Happiness is not a far-fetched idea reserved for the rich and famous. Everyday Joes find happiness all the time through a dedication to themselves, their lives, and the pursuit of what this life may bring. You might think you'll find money at the top of this list, as there is a real assumption that money makes people happy. Sure, money can certainly help you buy things and experiences to make you happy, but if you look at your life right now, where you are, what you have, you might find ways to be happier too. It doesn't take much for people to be happy. The first step is to let yourself pursue happiness. Here are 10 things happy people always do but never talk about. Number 1, they don't take things for granted. One of the easiest ways to become happier in your life is to stop taking what you already have for granted. A major difference between happy people and unhappy people is the ability to appreciate what they have. In fact, a white paper by the Greater Good Science Center at UC Berkeley says that people who consciously count what they're grateful for may have better physical and mental health. Research suggests that gratitude may be associated with many benefits for individuals, including better physical and psychological health, increased happiness and life satisfaction, decreased materialism, and more. Sure, you might hate your job, but at least you have a job. Taking a different outlook on your situation will help you see that you already have so much to be happy about. Number 2, they're agile. Happier people aren't rigid and don't follow a strict routine. Getting up at 5 a.m. to work on your novel might sound like an ambitious goal that will make you happy, but if you are someone who prefers to sleep until 10 a.m., it will not. According to Psychology Today, a key component of happy people is psychological flexibility. This is mental shifting between pleasure and pain, the ability to modify behavior to match a situation's demands. This is important because you can't control everything in life. There are always going to be situations and challenges that pop up out of nowhere. Psychology Today says that flexible thinking gives you the flexibility to tolerate discomfort. The ability to tolerate the discomfort that comes from switching mindsets depending on whom we're with and what we're doing allows us to get optimal results in every situation. It's also beneficial to learn to tolerate negative emotions and uncomfortable situations. According to Noam Shencer, PhD in Psychology Today, one of the main causes of many psychological problems could be the habit of emotional avoidance. Noam Shencer, PhD, says that avoiding a negative emotion buys you short-term gain at the price of long-term pain. Number 3, they are curious. Happy people love learning about themselves, the world around them, and the people in their life. There is more information out there than you could ever possibly use, but the pursuit of knowledge is certainly one that will bring happiness to your life. In a brilliant article in The Guardian, it argues the case that curiosity might have an intrinsic link to a happier existence. Curiosity may lead to more happiness for a couple of reasons. According to Kanga, curious people ask questions, they read more, and in doing so, significantly broaden their horizons. Also, curious people connect with others on a far deeper level, including strangers. They ask questions, then actively listen and absorb the information instead of just waiting for their turn to speak. Number 4, they remember how to play. Happy people let themselves be silly. Adults forget how to play, and only allow it in formalized ways. In his book Play, psychiatrist Stuart Brown, MD, compares play to oxygen. He writes, "It's all around us, yet goes mostly unnoticed or unappreciated until it is missing." In the book, he says that play is essential to our social skills, adaptability, intelligence, creativity, ability to problem solve, and more. Dr. Brown says that play is how we prepare for the unexpected, find new solutions, and keep our optimism. The truth is, when we engage in play and have fun, it brings joy and is helpful for improving our relationships. So kick off your shoes and get your feet wet in the river. Get dirty. Eat ice cream. Who cares how many calories there are in it? Number 5, they try new things. Give yourself permission to go out and experience the world around you. It's huge. There are things you have never done right in your own backyard. Try something new and watch yourself be happier. Psychologist Rich Walker of Winston-Salem State University looked at over 500 diaries and 30,000 event memories and concluded that people who engage in a variety of different experiences are more likely to retain positive emotions and minimize negative ones. According to Alex Lickerman, MD in Psychology Today, thrusting yourself into new situations and leaving yourself there alone, so to speak, often forces beneficial change. A spirit of constant self-challenge keeps you humble and open to new ideas that very well may better you than the ones you currently hold dear. This happens to me all the time. Number 6, they serve others. There is a Chinese saying that goes, if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. For years, some of the greatest thinkers have suggested that happiness is found in helping others. Research is also suggesting that this is the case. A summary of existing data on altruism and its relation to physical and mental health had this to say in its conclusion. The essential conclusion of this article is that a strong correlation exists between the well-being, happiness, health and longevity of people who are emotionally kind and compassionate in their charitable helping activities, as long as they are not overwhelmed, and here worldview may come into play. We often look inward for our own happiness meters, but often serving the needs of others is enough to make us feel happy in an outward way. If you turn your attention to helping someone else, a friend, or a family member perhaps, then you take the burden of happiness away from yourself and try to make it someone else's life better. In turn, you get to feel pleasure from helping them and they get to feel happier from your help. It's a win-win. Number 7, they experience life. Happy people embrace all types of experiences and in doing so, experience all that life has to offer. If you want to be happy, you need to get out there and see what the world has to offer. You aren't going to find happiness sitting on your couch binge watching television. It might bring you momentary enjoyment, but it doesn't add to your happiness factor. And if you are on a mission to find things that make you happy, that requires getting up and getting out. Experience, regardless of age, makes people happy. Dr. Thomas Gilovich, a psychology professor at Cornell University, has been researching the effect of experience on happiness for 2 decades. Gilovich says, our experiences are a bigger part of ourselves than our material goods. You can really like your material stuff. You can even think that part of your identity is connected to those things, but nonetheless, they remain separate from you. In contrast, your experiences really are a part of you. We are the sum total of our experiences. Young people often feel stifled in life because of a lack of funds and society's expectations that they need to struggle before they can relax. Society has it all wrong. Live your life right now. Stop waiting for later. Number 8, they work on their relationships. There's a reason why human beings are drawn to one another. We belong together. Whether you find a close friend to confide in or you have found the love of your life, having someone to love beyond yourself is an ingredient in the happiness recipe. Having a few close relationships has been shown to make us happier while we're young, and has been shown to improve the quality of life and help us live longer. So, how many friends? About 5 close friends, according to the book Finding Flow. National surveys find that when someone claims to have 5 or more friends with whom they can discuss important problems, they are 60% more likely to say that they are very happy. Giving of yourself to someone else is not only rewarding for them, but also for you. If you let yourself be loved, that simple change can make a big difference in how you show up to the world and how you see your value. That can improve your happiness tenfold. Number 9, they don't try so hard. An interesting thing happens sometimes when we focus our energy on a particular goal. We push it away. The same can be said of trying to be happier. When we fall back or lose our footing, it's a great example of how we think we aren't capable and not worthy of being happy. So we basically make our worst case scenario come true. But if you stop focusing on the need to be happy all the time and allow yourself to live life as it comes, you'll prevent the sabotaging ways that many people employ when they feel happiness getting closer. Susanna Newsonnen, MAPP, explains why in Psychology Today, the chase is making people anxious. It's making people overwhelmed. It's making people feel pressure that they have to be happy all the time. This is a big problem, but luckily it's a solvable one. She says that happiness is not about being happy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's about having the full human experience, including positive and negative emotions. Number 10, they exercise. Want to feel happier? Get out and go for a run or head to the gym for some exercise. Get your heart pumping and feel the endorphins rushing through your body. They'll make you happy. The Harvard Health blog says that aerobic exercise is key for your head just as it is for your heart. Regular aerobic exercise will bring remarkable changes to your body, your metabolism, your heart, and your spirits. It has a unique capacity to exhilarate and relax, to provide stimulation and to calm, to counter depression and dissipate stress. It's a common experience among endurance athletes and has been verified in clinical trials that have successfully used exercise to treat anxiety disorders and clinical depression. If athletes and patients can derive psychological benefits from exercise, you can too. According to Harvard Health, exercise works because it reduces levels of the body's stress hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. It also stimulates the production of endorphins, which are natural painkillers and mood elevators. Exercise doesn't have to be a drag and can, in fact, make you feel like $1,000,000 when the cards are stacked against you. So get out and do more with that body of yours besides sitting on the couch waiting for your ship to come in. You deserve to be happy. Let yourself be happy.